Cold is the total black being spoken from the earth inside. There are many cans of open. How a diamond comes into knot of flame, how his sound comes into word, color it by who pays what first began. Some words are open like a diamond on glass windows, singing out within the crush of passing sun. Then there are words like staple works in a perforated book by and sing and tear apart and come whatever wills all changes, the stop remains and the built with a rigid age. Some words live in my throat, breathing like a adder. Other no sound seeking like glimpses of my tongue to explode through my lips like young sparrows bursting from my shell. Some words bedevil me. Hey, love is a word and another kind of open. As a diamond comes into knot of flame, I'm a black because I come from the earth inside. Take my word for a javelin, you open light. Take another light. Take another light. Take another light. Take a bit of money on my life. My mother had 2 faces in a frying pot, where she cooked up her daughters into girls before she fixed her dinner. My mother had 2 faces and a broken pot, where she had a perfect daughter who was not me. I'm the sun and the moon and forever hungry for your eyes. I beat 2 women up on my back, one dark and rich and hidden, and the ivory hungers of the other mother pale as we. Yet steady and familiar rings me bread and terror in my sleep. Your breast a huge shakes, getting anchors in a midnight storm. All this had been before. In my mother's bedtime has no sense. I have no brothers and my sister grow. Mother I need your blackness now. As a dog goes, yours needs rain. I am the sun and moon and forever hungry. They sharpen each, where day and night shall meet and not be one. One, two, three. I'm a 14 and my skin has betrayed me. The boy I cannot live without. Still sucks it down and secret how come my knees are always so ashy. What have I die before morning and mama's in the bedroom with the door closed? I have to learn how to dance in time for the next party. My room is too small for me. Suppose I die before graduation. They will sing sad melodies, but finally tell the truth about me. There is nothing I want to do. and too much it has to be done, and mama's in the bedroom with the door closed. Nobody even stops to think about my side of it. I should have been one mad at him. My marks were better than his. Why do I have to be the one who embraced? I have nothing to wear tomorrow. Will I live long enough to grow up? And mama's in the bedroom with the door closed. I have studied the daggers on the back of your neck, moving away from me. Beyond your fellow, your face in the evening schools of lunging through mornings of wishing raping. We were always saying goodbye. In the blue in the bone of a coffee before dishing for the letters going in the opposite direction without goodbyes. Yeah, say goodbye. Do not remember me as a bridge, not a roof, as the mecca of legends, nor is a trap, not to that world where black and white crickets hang in the age of beauty. In 5 o'clock elevators strange and their shoulders to avoid the flesh, and now there's someone to speak for them. I'm moving away from me into tomorrow's morning. No wish and no ripping you goodbye as a promise of lighting in the last and your hand, and welcome and warning the sun half around against the Asstellianntocks river, but journeys away from each other into desire and mourn is alone. Excuse me, and the resin mangle conversion decision don't remember me. Disaster, no as the keeper of the secrets. I'm a fellow rider in the cattle cars, watching you move slowly out of my bed, saying we cannot waste time on cells, yeah. Oh, my power. Difference between poetry and rhetoric is being ready to kill yourself instead of your children. I'm a trapping on, and that's a for wrong and shoot once, and a dead child dragging his shattered black face of the edge of my simple blood from his prosthetics and shoulders on the quiet for miles, and my stomach assurance and imagined taste, while my mouth spills into dry lips without loyalty or reason, trusting for the witness of the blood as it sinks into wetness of the desert where I'm lost, without imagery or magic, trying to make a power of my head in destruction, trying to heal my dying son with kisses. Only the sun will bleach his bones quicker. A policeman who shot down a 10-year-old, and the queen stood over the boy with the cop shoes and it his blood, and a voice said, "Did you little motherfucker?" And there's tapes to prove it. And the thrill, the policeman said, and opened the fence. I did notice the size and nothing else on their collar, and their tapes to prove that too. Today, the 37-year-old white man with 30 years of policeman forcing was set free by 11 white men who said they were satisfied justice and had been done, and one black woman who said they convinced me man they had dragged me here for 10 black women's frame with the hood calls of a centuries of white male pro until she let go the first real power she ever had, and then her oven warm with command to make a graveyard for your children. I have not been able to touch destruction with me by unless learn to use the difference between poetry and rhetoric. My poverty will run corrupt this poisonous mouth, all I limp and useless in a content wire, and one day I will take my teenage blood and connect to the nearest sucked, raping an 85 years old white woman who is somebody's mother, and as I bid your sense and lessons at the start to hear a better Greek chorus will be singing in a full time. Poor thing, she never heard a soul what best they are. My mother had two faces in a frying pan where she cooked up her daughters and the girls before she mixed out dinner. My mother had two faces in a broken pot where she had our perfect daughter who was not me. I am the sun and moon and forever hungry for her eyes. I bear two women up on my back, one dark and rich and heading into ivory hangers of the other mother pale as sweet yet steady and familiar brings in my breath and terror in my sleep her breast a huge ache cutting ankles in the midnight storm. All this has been before in my mother's bed. Time has no sense. I have no brother and my sister grow. Mother I need your blackness now as the hours years need rain. I am the sun and moon and forever hungry in the sharp nut edge where day and night shall meet and not be one. Sister in arms, the age of our bed was a white green. Were you 15-year-old? Daughter was a hanging. God sprang on police wheels and cablegram nailed to the wood. Next to a map of the Western Reserve, I could not return with you to bury the body, reconstruct your nightly cupboards against the sipping transfer call. I could not plant the other amp in my eye against a wall at the railroad station, nor carry either of you so black from the river. I am a calabash upon my head, so I bought you ticket to Durban on my American Express, and we lay together in the first light of a new season. Nuclear railway age from my autumn garden, cow sorrow of a grow rock gone to at the sea eat. I reach for the taste of today. The New York Times finally mentioned your country. Elgo page story of the first white South African killed in the unrest. Not black, children mask bed at the sepulchre in the 6-year-old bed. Imprisoned to the dead in the state. Not of the tapestry back of forgotten in his oven blood. Like his red mother pale flow. Joe is 9 trying to crow to him. Shit and throw him Neville. Not of a 3-week-old infant, nebulous, lost under the burning beds of a Tambisa. My hand comes down like a brown whiz over the marigolds. Rack-struck despair, with the black woman touching of flame, and the left of you dead behind us. I hope you rose the last rattle of a hailing. It's a spring, you're whispering. I should take it for guns and sulfur. I live for home tomorrow, and wherever I touch you, I lick off from my fingers this rage like so from the lips of a monarch who scaled too often to forget and carries each death in your eyes. Your mouth, a burden crew. Someday you will come to my country and we'll fight side by side. Gears jingle on the door ajar. Threaten whatever is coming belongs here. I reach for your sweetness. My silence explodes like a pregnant belly into my face. A vomit of nervous. Mama Cassidy turns away from the clothes. Her daughter's in love with doing the baby draws. Milk from her breast, she hands him her sleep to the sister. Races again for a war, knowing the man will follow in the intricate Maseru twilights. Weak, said we tell. She maps, then the next day's battle. Dreams of Durban. Sometimes wishing the wee bright song of a beach pebbles running after the sea. Ooh, I hear you, who I be you, me, who I hear you, what I did. Recreation. Coming together as effort or work. After your bodies meet, paper and pen, neither cannot profit whether we write or not. But as your body moves under my hands, charging and waiting, we cut the lash. You create me against your things. Healing with images moving through all your work and dress. My body rides into your flesh, the poem you make of me. Touching you, I catch midnight as moonfire set in my throat. I love you, flesh into blossom. I made you. And take you made into me, yeah. I love you, I love you. I made you, and take you made into me, yeah. There are so many roots to the tree of anger that sometimes the branch shatter before they bear. Sitting in attics, the woman really before they march discuss and the problematic girls, they had to make them free. And almost why can't their man passes a waiting brother to serve them first? And the letters neither notice nor reject the slight of pleasures of the slavery, but I who am bound by my mirror as well as my bed, she calls in a call as well as sex. And sit here wondering which may well serve with all this liberation. of beds pouring in her breast and collecting together in her elbows. Blue of the silk that covers lily towns in night. Blue of your tears that bite gold toes and shatter on the streets. Blue of their dye flower petals with gold stamens hanging like tone coats over the fence of your dress at the opera opals clasped under her lips. And the moon breaking over your head, a gush of blood-red lizards. Blue Monday, Monday at 4 and Monday at 5, Monday at 7:30 and Monday at 10. Monday pass under the rippling California fountain. Monday alone, a shark in the cold blue waters. You are dead, we're drowned like a pastry show. I cannot shake you out of the shits. Your name is still wedging in every corner of the sofa. Monday is the first of the week, and I think of you all week. I beg Monday not to come, so that I will not think of you all week. You paint my body blue. On the balcony in the soft 99, you paint me with the wings and the crystal. The crystal, the crystal, the crystal, your arms cut away. The knife falls back, ebony well skin in my face, the blue of new rifles, and my neck the blue of Egypt, and my breast the blue of sand, and my arms best blue, and my straw much arsenic. There is electric dripping from a light cream. There is a life dripping from it I cannot use like an echo or gigant ray fell in blue and gold flowers crash into the street. Love passed me in a blue business suit and a feather his glass cone hell of an affair with sharks and whales. He wore black patterned leather shoes and had a mustache. His hair was so black it was almost blue. Love, I said. I beg your pardon, he said. Mr. Love, I said. I beg your pardon, he said. So I saw there was no use bothering him on the street. Love passed me on the street in a blue business suite. He was bank, I could tell. So blue trains rush by in my sleep. Blue herons fly overhead, blue paint cracking in my eternity, and home floating into my bones. Blue liquid pours down my bosom through and blue veins rip open my breast. Blue daggers dripping the juggle of my palms. Blue the life in my fingernails. If I could sing one less song with water bubbling through my lips, I would sing with my throat and bone. The blue jugular spotting the black shadow pools and on my lips. I would balance volcanic heroic empty on all my wings. At last my children strain out of my body. At last my blood so defiant and tumbling into the ocean. It's blue. It's blue. It's blue. Yeah. My sister and her veil stick. Those hands made a photo of my father in naval uniform and white hair. I say, oh, this is the one which Mama used to have on your dresser. My sister controls her face and vertebral legs, and my mother said like a bag of a vermin long pain, singing everywhere like a mattress in the Salvation Army. The wind now hurls all tears and says no. I look again and see that my father is wearing a wedding ring which he never did when he lived with my father, and that there is a legend on it: to my dearest wife, a love chief, and I released the photo must have belonged to his second wife, who he left our mother to marry. My mother says, with your face as still as the wool, unpopular parts of the state of North Dakota, I see you too. She looks at it. I look at my tailor sister and my oven blue jean cell. If you want to hear a mother share the pictures on this one for 2 days, I will visit or spend with the family for your face chorously haunted. Now with their usual whispering butterness, but when something so deep it could not be so spoken. I turn away and say I must go on, as I have done and gammon with friends, but I drive all the way to Pasadena from with the thinking on my mother's face, how I could never love you, who my father could not love you either. Yet knowing I have inherited a rag-bag body, stunned face with the bulldog jaws, I drive thinking of the face. Jeffers, California, made echo, inspired me to a poetry. I kill my children, but I'm changing her lanes on the freeway. Necessary glancing in the rearview mirror, I see the face. Not even a ghost, but always with me, like a foot in a bellow, the world took away my destiny.
Итак, привет. Собственно, в этом ролике я рассказываю что да как вообще о рэпе, мое мнение о рэпе. Рэп, конечно, я очень сильно полюбила в последнее время. И вообще с рэпа пошло мое увлечение музыкой. Именно с трека Эминема. И этот трек мне открыл целый мир. Это был Beautiful. И оно произошло случайно. Мне подруга Виолетта включила. Это было неожиданно. И пошло-поехало. Я начал читать очень много рэп. Именно Эминема под минусовки. И потом еще гэнгстер рэп. IXI, Тупак. Вот, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, вот. И это было все в 2014 году. Мне было только 12 лет исполнилось, летом, май-лето. Потом я переходила поп и так далее, и классика, и вот такой вот рост. Но вы знаете, я уже, помню, рассказывал все эти истории, что да как. Случишься именно с этим бытием, с этой экзистенцией. И сейчас опять вернулась к рэпу. Очень много пишу рэпа, именно зачитываю его. Он такой у меня достаточно и медлительный порой, и просто как зачитывание стихов, как spoken word, как Кейт Темпест, не знаю. Вот, как иногда у Пати Смит можно и тому подобное встретить, редко, очень. Вот, но тем не менее. Ну и, конечно, перемешивается. Иногда я ускоряюсь, очень быстро делаю, иногда опять медленно, иногда опять вот так вот рифмую, бибумбую, бурмбурунгую. Как вот Тентасьон классно. Вот этот ритм Moonlight. Moonlight. Турарум. Падабадабрипапурарум. Пурам. Пумбам. Пумбадабипампурам. Очень здорово. И, собственно, мне это очень нравится. Разумеется, современный рэп, его форма просто уникальная, особенная, и ничего лучше на сцене не найти, и как она все смешивается, перемешивается, это уже и не тот старый, конечно, добрый рэп, но что-то большее, смешивается совсем с инди, с R&B, с солом и тому подобное. Мне очень нравится, могу отметить рэперов, которые обязательно нужно послушать, это Тайлер, The Creator, я его просто обожаю, он очень стильный, очень модный, очень классный, и у него классное произношение, у него классные альбомы. Игорь это просто его шедевр. Вот. Очень это круто звучит. Фрэнк Оушен, который он называет гением, его тоже стоит послушать обязательно. Он вроде из первых, кто начал смешивать рэп и пение и речитатив вообще. И получилось очень интересно, свежо, так своеобразно и классно. Вот так. Мне очень нравится сейчас безумно просто рэпер Джоджи, который был видеоблогером очень крутым, очень классные мемасики делал, я вот смеюсь, мне очень нравится. Оно, правда, очень забавно и порой безумно, и очень-очень круто, оригинально. И да, он был очень популярным видеоблогером из Японии, он японо-австралийский, и теперь он очень крутой, успешный музыкант, вот, да. Тоже, который и смешивает там лоу-фай, R&B, речитатив, и хип-хоп, и все на свете. И оно очень мелодично, мягко, и я не знаю, мне он очень сильно симпатизирует, и его музыка просто, ну, я влюбилась в каждую песню практически, это уже редко со мной бывает в последнее время. И альбом «Нектар» это шикардос, реально. Вот что даже gimme love, gimme love, gimme love, gimme love, та-тарам, та-тарам. Вот, очень круто, очень круто. Да, ну, во всей каждой хорошей вот музыке сейчас присутствует речитатив. То есть это главенствующее, и, не знаю, вот именно вот форма какая сделана, вот эти биты, вот этот звук, звукозапись, это просто, ну, это шедевр, я от этого просто улетаю. Это класс. Вот так. Есть рэперы, которые получили даже Пулитцерскую премию. Это Кендрик Ламар. Он более такой классический, это хип-хоп и все такое уже. Да, это самый такой классик. И, ну, его тоже стоит послушать, его альбом. Вот, с главной дом, хаос. Вот, его стоит послушать. И он тоже очень-очень крутой, очень важный. Потому что Пулитцерскую премию получали раньше только классика и джаз и все такое. Так что, да. Снуп Догга можно назвать предтечей всего этого нового такого рэпа отчасти даже, я не знаю. Вот так вот. Но вот Тентасьон один из любимых моих самых, он тоже очень мелодичный, очень такой лирический и набросочный, это очень круто. Очень здоровски интересный Лил Пип со своими экспериментами с гитарой и все. Но это эмо рэп, он очень классный. Лил Узи Верт тоже, Juice WRLD особенно, его тоже стоит послушать. Вот. Потом Роки, Асап Роки, вот, и у них и все клипы, особенно у Роки очень классные клипы, и стоит вот это все глянуть. Вот так. Но сейчас, по большей части, я больше всего сейчас слушаю, это вот Джоджи мне очень, Тайлер, и вот так вот, короче. Это мои самые сейчас такие прям фавориты, которые я сейчас гоняю тоже. Вот так вот. Ну ладно, ролики я буду делать по 5 минут такие, хоть пусть они набросочные, не знаю, и сейчас вот рэпи чуть, еще успею еще побольше кинуть, потому что я не знаю, на самом деле больше, понятно. Просто так вот набросочный такой вот рисунок сделала, так что все, спасибо, кто смотрел, пока.